believe we are now live. I mean, we had technical issues, but we're still 1 minute early, and that's progress.
That's what we like to see.
Learning from our past mistakes. We'll wait for a few more peeps to come in before we get started, because we got lots to say tonight, Domino.
It's got an agenda. Look, it's not me and you just getting up here spitting knowledge for the people. We've actually got a script to stick to. Whether we stick to that script or not, who knows?
It's a
We will
very
try our
loose.
best.
It's a very loose script. You can tell from my brilliant attempt, like the background merges in with my loose attempt at actually giving you guys something to look at. So there's always that. This is actually the first time I've seen Domino since the wedding.
Oh my Jesus Christ, man! I didn't even think about that.
Well, yeah, I know you're off just sunning yourself, doing whatever married people do, Domino, and I've been in the trenches. Keeping this channel afloat, keeping this channel afloat. And since you've been gone, Domino, we have got to 1,000 subscribers.
To be fair, mate, I was sunbathing in Mauritius. I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. For obvious reasons, I don't sunbathe. Obvious reasons. But my missus likes to sunbathe. So while I was there, I was constantly. I mean, it's the first time we've seen each other, but we talked. I think I talked to you more than my missus on our honeymoon.
There was exciting things going on Pro Clubs Weekly, as there usually is. We got chat. TJ, hello mate, good to see you. Madge, thank you so much. Super Madge, Arshavin, congrats on 1,000 subs. So yeah, Domino, I feel like a lot's gone on since you've been chilling, but probably the first one is the 1,000 subs, and it's huge for us. I mean, you know, we did touch upon on Twitter this week that, when was the message I sent to you? The 4th of June.
June or May or June, yeah.
4th of June, we were on 400 subs, and I think we'd already smashed any kind of target that we'd set ourselves at that point. And then we kind of set ourselves an unrealistic goal of, let's get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. And yeah, here we are, sitting pretty on the 1K. But that's not why we're here tonight. We're not here to toot our own horn.
I thought that's why we're here tonight. I thought
that
that's the exact reason
no, that's
we were
why
here.
that's why I invited you. I brought you here under false pretenses.
Okay.
We are here.
Not for the first time.
No. No, we are here to basically say thanks to everyone, because I'm not sure if you guys are aware. I'm sure you are. This channel doesn't actually work without you guys. Funnily enough, you know, we can sit here and talk about pro clubs till we're blue in the face, but if we don't have any games or any builds or anything from you guys, then it's just two washed up hacks talking about a game that they probably don't get enough time to play anymore.
Not good enough to play anyway.
Well, I didn't want to drag you down with me. But everyone who's seen the trial video now knows which one of us is good and which one of us isn't so good. It's me. I'm the good one. But yeah, it's a massive thanks from us to you guys. And to be honest, that was I'd say the main reason. That was one of two main reasons why we wanted to do this evening. One, a big thanks, and the other being the review of the beta, which is coming up. Both Domino and I did get a chance to play it. It wasn't stress-inducing at all, was it, Domino?
Well, I was having a good time sweeping up. We saw for the trial video that you play centre half, so we had to play someone up top, and you go playing up top. So for me, it was very, very normal. For you, I think we went through about 3 controllers.
If you remember, I feel like it's a dying art now, but maybe like 90s for sure, early noughties, you'd have like an emergency striker who would be your centre back, where if you're losing a game, you just chuck the big man up front.
Mate, Blackburn. Who played for Blackburn? Is it Samba? Was it Samba?
us know. Was it Samba? It might have been Samba in the chat.
It might
Tell us
some
who
of
it
that
was.
play for Blackburn that used to just run up top like the last, like under like Sam Allardyce or something. He just used to run up top and plays a striker. What a guy!
And that was literally just me when we played this last week. So we'll come to that in a bit. Before we do get onto that, and obviously we want to hear about your experience with the beta as well. We thought this might be a good opportunity to just let you guys know what's coming up next in terms of Pro Clubs Weekly. Obviously, they've dropped the Pro from the name, so we may just be Clubs Weekly now, Domino. I don't know.
I mean, we haven't had a conversation about it, but I like Pro Clubs Weekly.
I do as well. Plus, we've literally got a logo that says it, and I don't want to make a new one. So we're probably going to stick as Pro Clubs Weekly. I feel like the elite among us will know exactly what we do.
And then when we get like 5-10 years down the line, we'll be the OG channel. People are like, what? It's all called Clubs. And I was like, back in the day, it was Pro Clubs. Hence why the channel
Domino,
was created.
you've skipped a few chapters now. That's like what, EAFC 2032.
Yeah, but that's what over what 1 mil? Are we gonna say 1 mil subscribers?
Just
sitting there in our yachts doing these videos.
Yeah, it's like that's not the green screen behind us. That is literally us in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
But no, just it was a bit of more of a reassurance actually, and just a bit of a steer from us as well. You know, just in case anyone thought, oh, it's end of FIFA now. I'm sure the boys are done. You know, they got to their 1,000. That's going to be it. Absolutely not. Couldn't be more wrong if you tried. Like it says, it's more of the same, really. So we're going to bring to you in EAFC the best competitive 11s we can possibly bring you. That's what the channel is actually here for. It is that pinnacle of competitive pro clubs is what this channel is for. So we'll be bringing you that, like we've done pretty much since we started.
And to be fair, like a good thing, like you were saying, with like 1,000 subs, if you think that's like, if anything, it spurred us on to be like, actually, this is going well. Like we want to do more. We want to try new ideas. Like again, like break out the mold a bit, but we'll always come back to what we know best and what we love doing best, and that's commentating and bringing you the best competitive 11s. But I like the idea. Like, what can I say? The trial video that we done, our last video done, so full disclaimer to everyone in the chat, like 8Ball done it all, like he does most things.
No one's surprised.
No one is surprised. No one is surprised. And so I was actually sitting like a genuine fan at 6 o'clock on Sunday, waiting for it to come out to watch it. And it was sick. Like I genuinely love the video as a fan because I didn't do anything to put it together. I didn't help with any of the creative elements or anything like that. So that coming up to me, like, and you didn't even like ask opinions and stuff. You just put it together. So I knew nothing what it was about, how it was structured, and I thought it was genuinely a sick video. And I think the reception on that video has been great. And there is obviously the EA giveaway there, where if you watch the video, there is a code in there. You send us the code. And when's the closing date, bro?
The closing date for that, Domino, is the 24th of September.
24th of September. So yeah, I mean, but you've got obviously a chance to win the game, which is a great generosity from us.
Great expense. We're not big enough where we can literally just put it on expenses at the moment either. It's just coming out of our pocket.
Yeah, this is not okay. I haven't filled my misses in that this is coming out of the account. So mate, I might just take it out of our joint account as well, just ban it.
Wait, mine on yours or yours on your wife's?
Mine and my wife's.
Who knows? But yeah, so like Domino said, that is the bread and butter of the channel. However, it seems wrong to not also bring you the things like the baller builds that we just have access to, and the people want it. Domino, it was never our intention to do build videos, but you know what? I've enjoyed speaking to the ballers, and I think what's best for us is like, I don't think we've approached a baller and they've actually said no. So it just goes to show, that this community itself, the pro clubs community, is brilliant. And even the people at the pinnacle of it are still humble enough to kind of pass on their knowledge as well. So long may that continue. And yeah, as soon as we've got those baller builds for you guys, they'll be uploaded. And I feel like there should be a bit more of a buzz about it with a new game, with new stuff, which we'll obviously get into later on in the video.
Yeah, because again, with like I said, all the stuff, but ultimately, as we said, we want to bring you the best competitive games. This is a full community channel. We're there not only to like highlight great players, great teams, and bring you great games. Like the Baller Bills are a genuine help. Like I saw a message on one of on actually the trial video. I'll go back to the trial video. Someone said put Domino's build in there, just like as a bit of a laugh. I went on one of our Baller builds and found the CM build, and I put that build on. Like I physically use it. So it's stuff like that. Like people, it is genuinely for the community. Like those Baller builds are for people that are getting into it, and you will love playing the game and you're good at the game, but you don't know what's the meta, what you should avoid. And having those Baller builds accessible is great. I think it's class for the community.
And it's funny you say that, Domino, because now I literally just remembered I did the exact same. I did the exact same with a centre back build as well. So because I'm sat there laughing at you like, it doesn't even know what a good meta build is. And I'm like, no, I literally did the same. I wouldn't know.
Don't you need to use it fully to get? Don't you need to be a level 100 to use it fully?
Well, I did it to the best of my ability, which is all anyone can ask of me. But yeah, and moving on from the Baller builds as well, as we did a lot of community games, which, to be honest, you know, we're used to. I mean, like I said, we brought this channel to life to kind of get the best of the best. But you know what? I think some of the best games we've had on the channel have been those community games, Domino. And what we mean by community games is literally just you guys reaching out and saying, look, we've got a game in league, whatever. We're playing these guys. They're our rivals, or we're playing this game and it's whoever wins comes and gets a playoff place or anything like that. That is the kind of stuff that we want from you in EAFC. Chances are it will get sent into a queue, which we need a queue. We need that pipeline, and you know our pipeline towards the back of our season. You know, we've still got Baller builds that we've promised people we're going to do, and yeah, it's just a lot going on behind the scenes here.
April, can I give the fans a tip how to get to the front of the queue with the community videos?
Schmooze us or pay us or both.
No, genuinely, start Twitter beef and then put the video in.
Start Twitter beef.
I love it.
That's not good advice.
It just adds it to I love a game that's got a bit of needle, mate. I'm a needle person, so I will put it to the top of the queue. Don't worry about April.
Fine. I can deal with that. That's not a problem.
Like low key Twitter beef, like nothing like personal and stuff. Just like my team's better than yours, go suck it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like something like that. Come. Yeah. I'm there, mate. I'm there for the chaos.
Let's keep it family friendly. But no, any kind of community stuff, send our way. You know, we absolutely love it. We love hearing from you guys. We love kind of hearing how you guys are getting on in your seasons, in your league. It doesn't matter which league you're playing, you know, anything. Just send it over, have a chat with us, and we'll sort it all out. And what we've been planning on doing for quite some time now is giving you almost like a cheat sheet of
Andre.
This is what we need from you guys if you want your video on the channel, basically. And we will get that sent out. But for anyone watching, it is literally streaming as high a definition as possible, because if you're streaming 720p, it looks terrible on YouTube. It looks great on Twitch, like 100%, but on YouTube, I don't know what it does. It just kills it off. Turn your commentary off, because obviously that kind of puts us out of a job. And then other than that, Domino, I can't really think of anything else. Just turn what are the stupid sound effects when you're charging a power shot or something. We have to edit them all out of the video, and that takes longer to do.
You have to edit them out of all the videos.
That takes longer to do than anything else. So yeah, next season, interesting games, or even not interesting games. We just like hearing from you.
Absolutely.
Domino, I'm going to highlight some of these messages because we've got some people in the chat.
My boys, where we at?
Andre, who's up on the screen now. Andre, absolute legend. When was the last time you truly played clubs? Trial video. I was
I'd
trying
say,
really hard.
I mean, played clubs as in competitively played clubs or jumped on clubs, because mine was last night.
So
That's when I jumped on
let's go
clubs.
with competitively played clubs, because we still do dabble. Me and Domino jump in every now and then just to keep up to date with what's going on. Competitive pro clubs was 2019, Domino. 2020 top? No, not 2020.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, 2019, where we and you had like a full season together, one like co-managing a team, managing and co-managing, and I think we stuck it out. Did we have a break between? I mean, we played 2 full seasons, and then did we have a break before we managed?
No, we went straight into it, mate. We were there, and the best thing about that question, I'm not sure if you've done your homework and seen the tweet from earlier on, but we do actually have some classic VFL games from 2019 that we will show at the end of this video, that we'll commentate on. We'll go in and out of commentary, but obviously if you guys are in the chat as well, we'll have a chat with you guys, but that should be good fun. And I've not actually seen them for maybe about 3 years, so it'll be funny to see, having done this for the last. Well, I know you didn't. I texted you earlier on to say we're doing this. We're doing this. Deal with it. To be fair, that is basically how we roll on this channel. Chando, he's in the chat as well, saying lots of good stuff, but also he's told us that we are streaming FIFA 21. That should be fixed now, Chundo. So thank you very much for that. V1 Sparta, the absolute legend. Keep it up, lads. Love the ball builds, community game, commentary. We love it all. I wouldn't even say we've got a favorite. I think that's why I'm waffling so much this evening, because we love the competitive 11s. We love the esports prem. We love the VFL last day of the season stuff, but also, again, the community stuff. When you guys get involved in that, when you guys send us over and tell us how you're getting on in your seasons, because if you think about it from our point of view, guys, we've got however many leagues there are, however many consoles there are. We physically cannot keep up with everything that's going on.
Lab table.
Day jobs. We're back.
What happened there?
I don't know. Did we swap places?
Yeah, mate. I just saw my face go on there, and I was like, I think I'm just streaming by myself.
He's so pretty. We'll do this.
Oh. And we're back.
We've got day jobs, so unfortunately we can't do that, and that's where you guys step in. That's where you guys step in and let us know everything that's going on in your leagues. And yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for next season, is obviously just that continuing helping hand from you guys, and we'll do the rest. Right, Andre is giving us some more praise, so I'm going to pop that up, because yeah, we're always here for a bit of praise. Before we move on to I think that's everything. What's next, Domino? Do you reckon we've pretty much finished that off?
Yeah, to be fair, like there's not much that we want to change. Like we're not. Well, I wouldn't say it's not thing to like we're overly impressed that we got to 1K viewers. It's not like that is a sum that will go to our heads or anything like that. It's not we're gonna change what we do. It's gonna still be the same stuff. Like do what got you to the dance, basically. We love what we do, and we not only that, we enjoy it. Like it does take a lot of our schedule. We work 2 like actual full-time busy jobs. And oddly enough, this feels like a break to me. This feels like something I do to like de-stress, actually just jump on here and record videos or edit videos. I don't think there's anything other than new concepts we're going to come up. We're just going to keep it going.
Yeah. And that, I think it says it at the bottom there, everything else in between. So I'm sure we'll come up with new ideas, but I think the cut and thrust of it will be competitive 11s throughout, whether it be, top tier stuff or community stuff, and then the baller builds as well. And then you've seen a couple of things we've dabbled in this year, we'll do exactly the same next year. So keep you guys guessing. Here's a bit of guesswork for you, Domino. Who do you think will do best next FIFA, Xbox or PlayStation?
What, when we do crossplay games against each other?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen two of the highest level teams, one on Xbox, one on PlayStation. I was actually thinking about this the other day. I am excited to find out the answer. Gun to my head, and I'm not even sitting on the fence. I genuinely don't know. Like I think it's so even. We just have to test it, and not over one game. I think it needs to be over
Series.
like a 3-game series, like a World Series.
So in my mind, I mean, I'm sure, and this might be something we end up doing, but in my mind, I think the whole crossplay is literally going to be PlayStation and Xbox players playing together against other PlayStation. Xbox. I'm missing out PC as well. Don't forget, Domino PC have got some absolute balling teams as well, so that's going to be interesting also. But in my mind, I'm not even sure if it will literally be Xbox versus PlayStation. That would be great, and I would pay good money to see that. I'd pay good money to see us commentate on that. But in my mind, that's not even something I've even thought of. So thanks, EG. That is, we'll give you an answer when we next live stream, because it feels like we need to go and sit down and really think about it.
What I would love to see, like one league and one league do, is because there's leagues that say like they have like VFL Man United, VFL or VPG or the other organizations, they create the other teams and they're all in the same league, like the Premier. Have them play their counterparts in like a 20-game series, like Leicester play Leicester, Man United play Man United, and then you add the points for PlayStation and Xbox together. That'd be a sick idea. I'd be there for that.
In my mind, I did genuinely think that this was going to bring the community together. A simple question on our YouTube live stream from EG is literally just like completely and utterly changed my mind on that now I actually want to see all the consoles play each other.
100%.
We are here for it. Domino, what are our positions
in live football? I'm going to be deadly honest. I really wanted to play on the wing, but realized all I do is, instead of cheating and trying to join in the attack, I try and smell danger. So my left wing position is mainly me not getting up the pitch and realizing someone's not tracking my runner and going back. So I realized really quickly on, I've got much more of a defensive mindset than I have a offensive mindset. I would say my two positions that I like to play, personal favorites, CDM being my favorite. I think left back or CM. Don't get me anywhere past the halfway line. I'm no use to anyone. I'm good at sweeping up. And
I was going to say, we had a really good couple of seasons with us two playing at centre back, didn't we? Which I think you're better CDM, and that's no disrespect to you playing centre backs. You did absolutely nothing wrong playing centre back, but I think it's quite rare to find someone who is so disciplined, because let's say 90% of people who play competitive pro clubs, they want the glory. They're slightly egotistical. And I fall into that category as well. Like, why wouldn't you want to score? Why wouldn't you want to be the one celebrating in front of 21 other people? It's great. Have your name on the channel, have your name on the website, whatever. Whereas Domino, I feel like I've only seen a handful of players who don't necessarily want or need that.
Yeah, mate, that's, to be fair, me and you at centre back's different. Like, I think any centre back pairing, I mean, most of them playing a 3 nowadays. Like, most of the games that we've seen this FIFA playing a 3. But when me and you played centre half together, it just came down solely to communication. Like, we knew exactly what we were doing. You'd be like, you would sweep behind, I'd go for first ball headers, or I'd go for the press the first ball. And that's why we kept, like, I think it was something silly. We kept a fair amount of clean sheets when me and you joined another team. I think we went like 3 in a row, like one night where we actually didn't concede a single goal.
We did, and I'll tell you this now. Baron, to be fair, it was lower tier VFL. No disrespect to lower tier anything, but it wasn't peak. We played the first 7 games of the season when we finally got a manager position, and we were unbeaten in the first 7 games. and I think we'd kept 5 clean sheets. And the teams we'd been in before that, if you could get a clean sheet over a weekend of VFL, you'd be pleased. You'd snap your hand off at it. So yeah, it does come down to concentration, but also I think it comes down to people actually taking pride in defending, which, to be fair, I mean, we see it week in, week out now on the channel. I think people have kind of evolved, and especially with the competitive side of it, when there's money at stake, when there's pride at stake, then yeah, it matters a lot. Plus, I feel like there's less hiding places these days, and I know that sounds a bit silly, but with social media being a bit more kind of in your face, with channels like ourselves kind of highlighting any potential mistake or anything like that, people really need to be on the ball. And I've not seen a game. Well, I have seen a couple of games, but they shall remain nameless, where the defending's been a bit subpar. But you know, I think we've done about 70 games on this channel, and we're talking about 1 or 2 maybe. So
yeah,
it's not a lost art by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, there's certain players who particularly need or want the limelight, and I think Domino falls under that, and I think that's quite rare because I wouldn't class myself as being in that category whatsoever. And then Domino, my position, it's either striker when we play as a 2, or it's wherever anyone tells me to play, and it's usually as an ex-manager, just filling in for someone who couldn't be asked to turn up. So I've pretty much done it all. I think the position I play in
John O'Shea.
The position I play in this evening's games, classic archive games, I think I'm playing left midfield, Domino.
I thought that was one of your best positions, mate. I don't know why.
We'll let the chat decide later on, mate. We'll let the chat decide. But
I don't know why it was your best position, but I like
it. Makes no sense, does it? Because
mainly because you couldn't cause damage to the team out there.
Cheeky bastard. So no, we joined. I don't want to go too much into it because we've got the beta to talk about. But I'll defend myself. I signed on to this team to play CDM with Dom, and they put me on left midfield basically all season, and then realized I was actually doing a bit of a job out there, so ended up staying out there. And yeah, you guys can judge. You guys can judge later on. But yes, stick around for that. Because yeah, we're talking, what's that? 2019, 4 years ago.
Wow, I can't even wait to see what it's like.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird seeing just the setup of it, I think. No, Mickey, please can build. Mickey, we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Not many people are playing. All the competitive leagues have stopped now. Plus you've got Polga's cam build, and I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, chat or Domino, I feel like you're not going to get better than that. We peaked too early with it.
Oh yeah, that build's ridiculous.
But as soon as EAFC starts up, we will be on it very, very early on with the build. So don't you worry about that. Before I go to Telvez, or we'll go to I saw it. So I saw his first message, Domino, Chris James. So and then he hit me with this. So he's no longer in my good books. Chris, so Domino admitted earlier on, Chris, I'm not sure if you were here, Domino admitted earlier on that was actually a baller build.
I'm gonna find it for our channel because I saved it in my phone.
It'll be one of two. We've got 2 quality CDM builds. It's either Hunt's or the lad from Simo from Becklick. Again, 2 absolute ballers. Or the lad from Simo from Becklick. Chris James is Scraps. That makes more sense. Scraps, very, very good play. You don't need a baller build, my friend. Keep doing what you're doing. Right, so while Domino's looking for that, tell Vioz. That's how it's said. Would you guys start an esports team one day? A team, Domino, I'm probably going to say no. Because we kind of stopped playing competitively because we couldn't commit to a team with life just being how it is. Then obviously we started up a YouTube channel, which makes absolutely no sense. But the good thing about what we do is when we've got free time, like this evening, neither of us are up to much, we can then decide we'll do a live stream, or we'll make a video, or we'll edit a video, stuff like that. Whereas obviously if you're joining a team or even starting a team, it's a lot more difficult and you have to give up a lot more. So this way, there's a bit more flexibility. We still get to see you guys in the community. We still get to speak to you guys in the community. But we don't kind of have that rigid approach to everything.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And also, like, I would also say is we love like commenting on games with zero bias, and it's not what we have. Even if we've got like a channel favorite that message like 8ball all the time, that like is good friends of the channel, and we speak to them regularly, and they send us a game to watch. I genuinely believe there's a zero bias in what we speak. We're just commenting on the players. I'm a very competitive person by nature. Like, I'm just a very competitive person. I think if I started an esports team, I would think more competitively than commenting on the games. And I like actually just commenting the games. So for me, it's probably a no. But I'd never say never to anything, because if there's like one season where we want to do like Domino and 8ball, join a esports team or create an esports team, I think it'll be some funny content. So I'll never say never, but probably at the minute, what we do is probably a no.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think an actual team, probably not. Some form of like tournament or mini league or draft, like Domino says, is probably going to be more realistic at this stage. But we always say everybody else does such a bloody good job of creating all these leagues, these tournaments, cash cups, anything. We know behind the scenes how much time and effort goes into that, and it's never ever really appreciated. So hopefully when we cover things, that's almost a bit of a tip of our hat to those guys who run those things, to say, yeah, you're doing a good job, and crack on, because without those people, basically this game mode would have died off years ago, absolutely years ago. Yeah, Scraps, we're not biased at all, and I think that's kind of what and I would say, Domino, we've had a few kind of awkward conversations maybe in the past. I won't name names whatsoever, because like Domino says, people are competitive, people are proud, but we've had games sent to us or suggested to us, then it turns out they don't win the game, and then they've said, oh, we don't want that on YouTube anymore. But that would be biased of us to not show it. But also 9 times out of 10, we've probably watched the game ourselves and commentated on it and started editing the video. And so for someone to turn around then and say, well, don't do that, it's almost a bit like, well, the wheel's already turning. So it's finding that balance, isn't it? And hopefully now, as you say, Scraps, hopefully now people have realized we don't have any allegiances. We love everyone equally. And I'm hoping that's kind of what makes us stick out and makes us kind of not look like we're ever choosing sides, because I don't think we ever have, and to be honest, I think we will.
No, and same goes to the organizers as well. I mean, we happy cover VPG, VFL. We've jumped into like manual control ones. Like, we're just here for the community, and I keep saying it, but we're just here for the community to highlight good games and good organizers.
Yeah, we do like Seasiders. We do like Seasiders, obviously, quite obvious. To me, anyone who's given us the time of day and sent us messages, sent us links, had a chat with us, whatever, we'll always love them for it. Because like we said on our intro, this channel doesn't exist without you guys. We would just be two people waffling without anything. We could show you some archives, but after those 4 or 5 games, we're done. So yeah, that's down to you guys. One more from Scraps as well is should do a community night, both of us playing ATB, community live stream it. It's going to be things that we definitely look at in EAFC. We need to keep things fresh. We're always looking at new ideas, stuff like that. And yeah, that sounds right up our street. I mean, we kind of touched upon it with the trial video. I mean, that's as close to kind of playing VPG as we're going to get without signing on for anyone. And I think we were actually left in the Discord during that season. But obviously we leave it up to the professionals. Like we don't we don't want to be responsible. I mean, they went on to win the league, so no, it came second. It came in second.
We helped with that.
And we did not help. No, we helped by keeping out of the way.
Yeah,
that
if we
the nicest
signed
thing.
on, they wouldn't have won the league. So that's what I mean. We helped.
Owen, good to see you, buddy. How are we, Dom? Sweaty? Bit sweaty?
Oh, mate, it is absolutely roasting out here in England. And I've just come back from Mauritius. So I've still got like the Mauritius like weather on my phone. It's hotter here than it is in Mauritius. Imagine that.
That makes no sense. Makes
No
no
sense,
sense at all. Right, so I feel like we've dwelled on things for long enough. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, Domino. Let's get down to our EAFC beta review. So we got a code, and it makes more sense for Domino to play it and review it than it does me, simply because Domino plays more FIFA than I do, if you couldn't tell. So it gets to the day where we're both free, and basically Domino was going to play it, and then he was kind of going to give me live updates as it went along. He then finds his email in his junk, and it turns out we can both play at the same time. So I actually think that worked a lot better, obviously. Both of us were able to get on and play pro clubs on EAFC. Domino, I think in my mind, I think arguably the best thing to do is maybe have a little look at what they were saying in their video. EA was saying in their video, because, and we'll go through it like that. So that way we've got a little bit of structure to this. I don't want us just to kind of dip in and out of things left, right, and center. So the first thing on theirs is crossplay. Crossplay we've kind of already touched upon. Crossplay is the absolute minimum we needed from this game. If it did not have crossplay, I genuinely don't know what one, pro clubs would have done, but two, and arguably more important because it's very selfish of us, I don't know what this channel would have done, because I think the drop off would have been quite bad, and it's just been crying out for it for so long now. So crossplay, fantastic. That's kind of what the bare minimum we kind of expected.
Yeah, there's nothing bad that can happen. Like when you put in, so you think of like risk to reward, like there's going to be something like you can put it in, but it might be a detriment to something. There is nothing bad, even if they put the most minimal form of crossplay where only Xbox, you can't play Xbox and PlayStation on the same team, but you can play Xbox teams and Xbox players.
Mm-hmm.
The most minimum form would be better than what we currently got, which is fine.
No, agreed. Imagine Pro Club's weekly Discord. Discord is one thing we are considering. And we'll give you our reasons for pros and cons a bit later on. See who's available, joins, run a team for the night, and then it grows, becomes 8-ball versus Domino. Again, a little draft system is something we've definitely got on our radar. It would be good fun. It's probably going to happen in the AFC. Whether that happens with the Discord or not, I'm not so sure. Once we've finished the beta discussion, we can probably move on to it. But we'll park that one for now, Scraps. But I like your thinking. And next time we're ever kind of out of ideas for any further videos, I think Scraps will be getting a DM from us.
Scraps that guy.
Right, so Domino, we've got club leagues next. Club leagues, seasons, promotion. Obviously, with us, jumping in for a day, that was it. I'm not gonna lie, and this is mainly on me. I had no idea what was going on at all.
You and me both. We
Like,
jumped
don't.
in, and the first game went into like it came up as a playoff game. And we were
Mhm,
like,
mhm.
I don't know what that means. We were drawing 0-0 at full time, which is disgraceful. And it just went into extra time. And it's the same thing, for example, when those play drop-ins, any drop-in games on this FIFA goes into extra time. And like doesn't go into penalties. But this one obviously does go into penalties. And in the drop-ins in this one, it's golden goal. So you score in extra time, the game obviously whoever scores, that team win it. So it's the same in this FIFA in those. I think we scored one in extra time, won the game, and we got conceded on one and lost the game. So, but it confused me. I didn't know why we were playing playoff games and not what we were playing off for. It was I mean, if we looked into it and researched it, it makes sense. But when we jumped in, and just wanted to play, I was a bit lost in what it was. There was no,
So that's
yeah.
basically my point exactly, is we kind of wanted to jump in and play and had no idea what was going on. If you have time to sit and research it, then great, not a problem. But again, with this mode, is you kind of need people to jump in and run with it, and that's how you're going to get people to come over from things like foot, to come over from career mode, or even like pairs, for example, anything like that. And it's just, I found it confusing, and we play pro clubs basically once every 1 or 2 weeks and have done for the last 10 years. So that was something I'm trying not to kind of get too strung up on, because the league system did need revamping.
Mm-hmm.
And also I think with you only having 5 tiers now, 5 leagues, it made it a lot more competitive, because essentially you're going to be playing people of your ability sooner. So you're not going to have to
Yeah,
kind of go all the way through Div 10 to Div, 4 or 5 before you get a half decent game, which, to be fair, not to blow our own horn, is kind of what we used to have to do anyway.
yeah. I mean, we'd breeze through each, and it's not to blow our own nose, just me and you playing as well. We'd get to anywhere between Div 4 and 5 before we started staying in a league and not winning a league. We just stay in that league, and then sometimes might get relegated from the league and then go back to that league. So yeah, around the 3, 4, 5 mark is where we kind of sat. But you'd go through from Div 10, mainly because the AI and obviously how slow they were from the lower ones as well. But yeah, you've got, like you said, you've got 5 divisions, and yeah, it's just more competitive.
I think once that becomes apparent, because obviously we weren't going to sit there in the beta when we've got precious time to play it and then kind of work out what the hell was going on. Once that becomes apparent, I think it's going to be great. However, it just like a little like info bar at the side, just to let us know what the hell's going on and what the
Mm-hmm.
difference of the games we're playing, would have been great. Um, and then we've got the dynamic match intros, Domino. And I'm going to be positive and say they're a great addition. They're a great addition. And I expect there to be more, because I think with it being the beta, I think we kind of kept getting the same one, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you can give us like 20 or 30 of those with a different player every time, or just something to keep it a little bit spicier than having the same one, because obviously I'm sure it's just because it was the beta, but we kept getting the same one, the same player, same stadium, same locker room. It became a chore after a while. And it's again, if anyone who's ever kind of sat with me and played pro clubs, I've never once understood why there's a half time, 45 seconds in between it. It doesn't make any sense. We've been playing the game for approximately 6 minutes. What could you possibly have had to do that you couldn't wait another 6 minutes to do? I'll never understand it. It winds me up. I know they're trying to replicate football, but just get on with the game. I spend most of my time just sat there waiting for there's only ever bloody 4 of us playing anyway. One person's gone off and got a drink or whatever. I have to sit there and wait for it. It makes no sense. It was just
I'm not April's opinion that I am
it's
okay
pointless.
with the time frame. I mean, I'm very, very relaxed with my charge cable, so my controller will be like low battery, like first off, I'm like, oh, need to run and get
It's
that.
pointless.
So it gives me 45 seconds, which I don't think is a huge amount of time to wait. So
it's not. It's somewhere in the middle, isn't it? Because you can't go for a pee and wash your hands in that time. You just can't. I've tried it, obviously. You can go for a pee or you can wash your hands. But you can't do both. So for me, just scrap it. But more to the point, that intro is just another drawing out of the process, and
that one.
The visuals are fantastic, but unless they're gonna keep it spicy, then it's a no from me.
My thing here again is there's so much difference between playing clubs and playing career mode. In career mode, mate, I love this. Like, it's so cool. Like, I get invested in the career mode and I'm like, these cutscenes are sick. I love it because I'm there for the drama. I'm there for the experience and put myself there. With clubs, you kind of just want to get on and play, and people need to like realize that I'm not sitting there on clubs waiting for this dynamic match opening to happen where I want to sit and play. So
agreed. No, agreed.
They just need to take it out of clubs, but keep updating that kind of content for like, for example, for like career modes and things like that.
And they probably will. And this is what I mean. I've sometimes I feel like pro clubs just get the dregs because that's what you were going to do anyway. If you're saying, yeah, we're bringing it to career mode, we're bringing it to foot, they've then put that in the club's deep dive. Where I'm like, well, it's not really club specific, is it? I think
no,
we as a pro clubs community, we want specific things that are being overlooked year and year again because they don't matter in any other game mode. So, for example, we gave you our wish list in our last live stream, but Andre's picked up on it now, and also Scraps made a good point. It does give you an opportunity to change the tactics. However, is anyone actually doing that? People are too bloody stubborn anyway, or they don't understand what's going on in the game to make the substitutions or tactical changes anyway. It's a good point, but I think people use it to run to the toilet and not wash their hands, in all honesty.
Oh yeah, in pro clubs it's different. Obviously, you need it in foot. You need it when you're controlling the whole team and
foot. I can understand.
Yeah,
foot, I can understand.
You need to make the changes there. But in pro clubs, I get it. It's either too short to do anything. It's not long enough to do anything with, but it's long enough to hinder you. But yeah. I never minded it.
So Andre, if we can give you our wish list whenever, because it's been our wish list for the last 4, 5, 6 years. Andre's mentioned substitutes, Domino. Substitutions, rejoin, just something to do whilst I'm waiting for another however many people to press a button to continue. So if I'm sat in a lobby, give me something to do. If I'm sat at half time, give me something to do. Anything like that. They're probably the 3 biggest ones: substitutions, rejoin, and just a lobby. Stop it being lobby simulator. And this is what I mean. I think that's what it's missing. The trophies are on the screen now. The seasons, the cutscenes are all fine, but they're not club specific. And I think that's where I'm struggling at the moment.
I don't know how I feel about subs. I feel the case is like you want to go there and play FIFA. I mean, it is a good option, and I think it's a good option for the very, very best VPG or VFL teams, like where you're getting paid to play the game and stuff like that, to sit on the bench and things and wait for your turn to play. But I think ultimately, no one's going to opt to be a substitute, especially in virtual football.
No, but then they have the option to do so, Domino. I think that's the main thing is, if you do sign for a team as backup, for example, you can then sit in the lobby with your team, knowing fine well that if this person who is a quality player, and everyone knows this is just pro clubs folklore, the best players are the flakiest players. You know fine well. So if you're waiting on your best player who may or may not be there because his house is on fire, or his sister got arrested, or his cat's missing, or whatever.
These are all excuses we heard.
Someone can literally sit there and sit in that slot until he comes in. If he comes in,
a shout actually. A shout. I was thinking about this as well while you're talking. And if someone drops out,
Yeah, exactly.
If someone drops out, you can then
And
enable,
full
you
of good
don't have to
ideas. And
rejoin.
full of good ideas. No, and then also on the back of that as well is just the opportunity to watch the game. You're not having to. You can be in the party chat with the guys. You're not watching on a stream like basically me and you are from here. We're not part of the team yet. We're doing the exact same thing as someone who is in
Oh my
that squad
God.
is doing.
And what a shout. Like, if you have an actual manager that doesn't want to play the game and he's managing the team, he can sit on the bench and manage. That's cool. I like that.
That would get me. That would get me back into. What do you mean scraps? That would get me back into management. Proximity chat. Yes, please. That would be brilliant.
Proximity chat.
To be fair, that is literally one of my favorite things about. So we play a bit of DMZ every now and then. Favorite thing about it, and yes, it is always toxic, but we live for it.
Always toxic. I've never had a good experience with it, but it's funny.
Fix the match ratings. I'm number 1 CDM and still getting 7.5 on average. I feel like in FIFA, if you don't score,
Bri hates it.
Yeah,
hates it.
Mine's always bad.
Well, no, because we'll play the same game, but like you'd score 3, I'd score 3, and then just give it to me.
Yeah, it's I think with stuff like that, it's a lot of it's subjective anyway. I do agree that the match ratings are not the best. I'm trying to think to be fair, I think I said at the time, didn't I, Domino, that the actual match ratings on the beta were not great.
No, they were tragic. And what they need to do, and I think one thing that because FIFA would have to go with the stats. So you have to go with the stats to match rate because that's the only way they're doing it. They're not watching subjectively. But one thing they need to take out is marking you down for not being in the correct position, because no one knows. Like, you don't know what you're correct. Like, you could be playing like.
But even then, that's subjective as well. This is
yeah, like helping back on defense. Like, they should just take away the whole.
You are right though. You made a fantastic point there. Like FIFA, all they've got to go on is stats. So.
Which is fine, but just take away the positioning, marking down or marking up for being in the right position.
And that's what's so good about competitive 11v11s. Like, fine well who's good at the game and who's not. It doesn't matter what their rating is on FIFA. So I think that's like that's reason 6092 why we love competitive 11v11s, because ratings that are slightly skewed sometimes don't actually matter all that much. Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, Jesus, yeah. If we could avoid that, that would be fantastic, because we would get roped into that as well.
We do a channel based on that.
Yeah. I'm ass at DMZ. It doesn't stop us playing, Andre.
Oh, we're terrible. We are genuinely terrible. Okay, so imagine like if you watch the trial video, the difference between me and 8ball, just what the same on DMZ.
I'm not. No. There's more of a chasm on DMZ. That's rude.
Yeah. Actually, there is a much more chasm. It looks like I've never played the game before, and I get carried by 8ball a lot.
Quite literally, like
literally carried.
Carry him around. Yeah. The worst thing is the positioning thing. Scraps agrees with you there, Domino. What did I miss so far? I haven't watched any of the EAFC trailers. Go and watch them. I mean, not right now, obviously, TJ, because we're in the middle of something here. We're cooking, but it's to be fair, I mean, everyone loves the EA trailers. I love the EA trailers.
Yeah.
It's good hype, and because of what we do now with Pro Clubs Weekly, we end up watching a lot of this as well, like all the promo stuff, all the live streams and whatnot. I generally don't mind it, but they've got to also deliver as well. And I think now we're seasoned vets. We kind of seeing the same things year in, year out. I don't mind it too much, because I think personally, and probably for the channel, it's more of the stuff you can do outside of the game, like crossplay, than being what's good about the game. I don't play it enough now to really care too much. So that's just me. That's just the channel's opinion. Is as long as it looks good and does what it needs to do, it's not going to break. There's no kickoff glitches. I'm absolutely fine personally. However, if you want someone who's going to do a proper deep dive of the gameplay, arguably Domino's your man, but also, I'm sure around the community will tell you, because you guys play, tenfold what we actually end up playing as commentators and of the people keeping you up with the beat type thing. So I wouldn't say you've missed all that much, in total honesty. Crossplay's the biggest thing. Other than that, they've done all the transfers like they usually do. The graphics are better like it usually is. It's just they're pumping you guys up. We'll all go and buy it. Same old. Get high rating, 8.5 out of cinematic scoring. Yeah, do you know what, Scrap? Some days it's good, some days it's bad. Some days it's a good, sometimes it's a shit. But that's what it is. I think it's all subjective anyway, and I think Dom's probably hit the nail on the head there with, FIFA's just got stats to deal with, so what else are you going to do? Have you guys made a Hakimi right back build? I know right back is useless in Pro Clubs. We don't actually have a fullback.
Because no one really plays fullback in most of the games. All the competitive games we've done, most teams, they play with 3 at the back, and then the left and right midfielders act as the whole side of the pitch, the wing backs. So yeah,
I would say fullback is the position where I've been let down the most when we've kind of tried to get things cooking up. Because obviously, just to complete the set, it would make sense for us to have a fullback build. But a couple of people let us down, and then we had a couple of wide midfield builds recently. TG, go and have a look at those. They're all done within the last month and a half. They're quality, and that's kind of why we didn't go back to fullback after that, because we don't need to. It's perfect. Right, Domino, slightly sidetracked, but the next one I got here is the skill tree.
So it's the same skill tree. Like, it's the exact same skill tree. Like, there's actually nothing changed between the skill tree and the one on this FIFA. That actually nothing. It's the same. It actually goes in the same order, the same points put on. There's no difference. The only difference is obviously the attributes you can put on, like the playing styles, which I think is cool. I like to know.
Agreed.
Because there's a lot of them as well, and there's only certain ones you can pick. I think it's 2 from each section, and then you get 2 gold slots that can only be certain ones doing. Because there will be some form of algorithm that actually does make you meta, like same as the lengthy build and stuff like that. And I wonder, so there's going to be some combination of playing style that will make you better in each one, like whether not put the gold on this one and put it as a normal, like you see there's just the white one there, or change it for the gold one. I'm really excited to see actually which one comes out of tops, because some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are like your throwaway ones. But for example, I didn't think where in this FIFA, like there was a chase down one, and I was just like, meh, like there's no point having a chase down one. It wouldn't do anything. The chase down one's meta. Like you put it on FIFA 23. So I'm really excited to see, like, even like the ones where it's just like more like accurate heading. And I'm like, well, let's see what that does. Like, I'm not going to put that on. But then someone puts it on and your heading is peak performance. So I think that's a cool addition. But as for the skill tree, it's the same skill tree. They've not updated that.
Yeah, I think I said to you whilst we were playing the beta, is skill tree for me. The only thing I enjoyed on the beta, the skill tree, was the fact that they'd obviously increased the leveling up by like tenfold. So we played like 15 games and we were already on like level 70. I could get used to that. That would be ideal, especially as I've still not got to a level 100 on this FIFA. But yeah, the play styles for me, Domino, I think is what's going to change it. We've got them up on the screen now, and I think what we worked out, whether or not they're going to stick with this, is you can only have 2 from each row, which it shocked me a little bit, because I was playing centre forward. I just want all the scoring ones, quite obviously. And then when I got the 2 scoring ones and had to move over, I found some really good ball control ones that I wanted. And then you can only have 2 of those as well, and so on and so forth. And then I think we had some issues with the playstyle pluses as well, which there's no instructions there's nothing to say you can't put 2 on. You just have to work it out. You just trial and error. It's if you just put a little bit just on the side, just let us know. And it's Domino and I, we've been playing this for the last 9-10 years. We know what we're doing, but we couldn't work this one out. It's just trial and error.
Yeah.
It's going to keep us in a job ultimately, because like you said, Domino, we're trying to work out what these metas are. That's what we're here for. And it's going to be a case of trial and error and seeing what ones are best. But also at the same time, if you're just trying to enjoy the game and you don't want to have to kind of read through reams and reams of instructions and whatnot, you're probably going to end up missing out on what's good and what's making your pro look a bit naff. So we didn't get into competitive side of pro clubs for 4 maybe 5 years before playing pro clubs.
Yeah.
So I do think there's a lot of scope for people to miss out, which isn't particularly fair. But from our point of view, with all the new combinations, it's good for us because it's more for us to talk about. It's more ways for your players to stand out. It is what it is. But yeah, the skill tree has largely stayed the same. And I would say that the play styles and play style plus is just a little bit of a twist on last season's. If it's an improvement, then I'll hold my hands up and say great stuff. I hope it is. It looks like it will be. But time will tell.
Yeah, because on the old one you could have 3 traits, and now technically you can have 8 different play styles.
I've got here, Domino. This is something again which usually creeps into our yearly wish list. It's fans and reputation. Whilst that's not what we ask for, just a bit more of a nod to your actual club would be great. So we always used to say that if we could open packs like foot packs and get real life players to come in and play for our pro clubs team, 1, I'd play pro clubs more, but 2, I'd stick around that club for a lot longer, knowing I'd worked hard to get Zidane in centre midfield, for example. Instead, they've chucked fans and reputation onto it, which again is going to increase the level of players coming into your club. It's going to let you do more customization, more this, more that, level up, whatever. But us going through our games, our players got better and we didn't really notice anything else.
Nope.
That's what happens every single year. You play more games, you get better players. The AI is still a bit naff, but we've not got any real players again. We've not got this, we've not got that. It's just I feel like they've dressed it up a bit. Obviously we didn't get to do a full dive into everything that was going on, so I might be missing a few key points, but
one thing I would have liked to have seen as well, and it's because the clubs things, like you said, you build up your club and you want to stay at your club, especially like now it's only 5 leagues and your team sits at League 1. Most, again, like what would I say? Competitive pro clubs players obviously need to leave that club if their manager to jump into their actual, like they've got that club on their side with their mates, and they need to jump in to obviously your competitive team. I think there should be the option of you being able to play like at least for 3 multiple teams, so you don't ever lose your club.
Yeah,
little things like that.
And if you're playing competitive pro clubs, but also you want to level up kind of in the background with your mates or whatever, I don't know how you're supposed to do that as it's currently set out, because obviously you're not going to just play with your club every day. You sign on usually in the evening, play with your club, and then that's you pretty much done for the evening. And then you go and play with your mates, or then you go and play, drop-ins or strangers or online friends or whatever. Whereas this way around, it's a bit, how much do you actually physically work on your club before you leave it and have to start again?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I think it'd be an option. For example, if all this one whole team, they're all mates, but they all play for an esports team, and they want to have their own club, like only 4 of them that goes to it, and not obviously use their esports team. Like they should have the option to do that as well.
No, I agree. That's basically what I was saying. That would be a good way around it, a good way to combat it, because at the moment I don't think it works. But I think EA have gone the complete opposite way and gone, no, there's loads more reasons for you to stay at this club because you can do this, you can do that, you can do whatever. Well, that's, you just wanted a bit more freedom. Like, even if it's a case of going on, like, you could say, oh, I'll go on loan to a club for a day, go and play your competitive evening fixtures and come back to your actual club that you graft with. But yeah, I mean, it will hopefully, with it being a beta, there may be more things that come out. They're getting feedback all the time, so I'm led to believe it might well be that, you know, that's not the finished article. Who knows? Who knows? Customization, stadium bundles, Domino. It's not really anything that particularly excites us. Would you agree?
No, not at all. No, absolutely not.
Again, if you're adding in everything else and this is just a little extra, fine. I absolutely don't mind that. Same with the Volta stuff. But if it's going to be taking the place of things like rejoin features, it's just, for me, I've got a hierarchy of what I want to see, and tattoos on the legs, not particularly high up on that. So it's nice addition to it, but yeah. And Scraps has said, you know, if you could start from Sunday League pitch and work your way up, that would have been a nicer touch to the whole Div 10 type of thing, you know, almost like pyramid system in England, where you literally, like, tier 10 in the English system is going to be basically, you know, playing on Sunday League pitches and work your way up from there. Do something like that. That would be brilliant. A bit like the UFC career mode stuff. Like, why can't we do anything like that? Instead, you know, a couple of years ago we got what was the weird game mode where you just played as one person?
Be a star or be a legend or something
like that.
Yeah.
Where you couldn't make your own guy, you had to play as this made up
Hunter.
guy.
Is it Hunter?
Yeah, it's just stuff like this. What I mean, like, it's great that they're kind of thinking outside of the box, but one, just come in and ask Scraps. Scraps has got ideas for days. But two, just ask the community. Like, normally 9 times out of 10, everyone's kind of like on this roughly the same wavelength. I would argue. You know, I'm never hearing stuff that's like, oh my god, I've never thought about that. That is literally like the first time I've ever thought about that. Usually it's kind of like the same stuff. So yeah, that surprised me. The Journey, I think it was called, something like Journey. I might be mixing Pez up. I don't know. But let's see if there was anything else on our list, Domino. We got AI and gameplay. Well, I kind of want to stay away from both of those because I don't want to be too negative. We were playing the beta, Domino. It was exactly the same. You said it was slower?
I felt like the game it's the exact same game, the mechanics, the look. I have never found two FIFAs, and I always look for the nuances because I love FIFA. I get on release date. I always look for the nuances in games and what's changed in it and stuff. It's a little bit slower because, in my opinion, they've made the animations look more realistic. So when you control the ball and when you touch the ball and when you turn, they've made it look a lot more realistic, which it is, but it's slowed the game down a bit. Good or bad thing, I don't know, but that's probably the only thing I can put my finger on that is anything slightly different. Ball rolling still the same real skill moves across there. There's no real difference in the gameplay. I genuinely think they've just identically copied it, but made some few tweaks about controlling or running with the ball or like crossing and shooting and made it a little bit more realistic, which is a good thing and it is a nuance, but ultimately it's the exact same gameplay. It's the exact same.
Yeah, and I think same applies to AI. They're still doing things, you know, and again, another reason why we love 11s, because it gets rid of the AI. Can't deal with it, Domino. It's stress inducing. It's going to send me into an early grave, which is probably why I've stepped away from just doing clubs in the evenings with ourselves. I'd rather watch 22 people.
Yeah,
play the
yeah,
game
agreed.
than watch any kind of AI, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they just do the most ridiculous things, and it's never it's you'd call for the ball and you'd be in space, and it's just 9 times out of 10 you just don't get the most simplest pass when it's on. But you see people call for the ball in the most weirdest positions and it goes to them, and you're like, there needs to be something sorted out here. I made the correct run and called for the correct ball at the correct time when the ball is at the player's feet and they're facing the right way, and it's not done anything. When someone's called for a switch and the computer's facing backwards and they've taken on the player and just switched it to you, I'm like, there needs to be something happening here.
I think it's the inconsistencies that kill us, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
You always feel hard done by when it's AI. So I think that's kind of what the channel is an ambassador of, is 11. So obviously
Yeah.
we're obviously going to be a bit biased,
Anti-AI.
but yeah, but no AI for us. Right. So, if anyone's got any further kind of issues or positives, let's go with positives. So we'll part the issues for a bit. Let us know while we talk about this next bit. But yeah, anything to do with beta, let us know. We'll have a chat about it after this. But one thing we did want to mention, obviously, it's been a big week for us, obviously, with us hitting the 1K subs. And then we got a message about winning this award with VFL, which the award is one thing, but the kind words that were said on stream about us as well were just fantastic. So obviously we just wanted to kind of tip our hat to Gringo and VFL as well, to say obviously thanks for the award. It's a massive honor, but also thanks for the kind words as well, because I think he touched upon it kind of during his little piece about us. Was we don't always do VFL games. We know there is kind of competition between kind of different sites and whatnot, which again, please consider us the Switzerland of the pro clubs community. We dip out of those kind of things as much as Domino likes the Twitter beef. We're just here for all things pro clubs, and he kind of touched upon that as well, which was dead nice. I think that just kind of shows that we are here for the right reasons, and we're staying as neutral as possible. So yeah, thank you very much for that, and it is an absolute honor. I wasn't particularly expecting that, especially as neither of us were actually on the stream at that time. So we dived in afterwards to update our subscription. That's 3 months now, Domino.
Mate,
I'll bill you after.
I thought it was like not only winning an award, it was cool, and we were up there against like 4 other different content creators, which were great as well. Like,
see you later, Andre.
In a bit, mate. They were really good content creators as well. So when I saw our names up there as well, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then him winning it, but the reasons for us winning it as well, and him saying like, one, that we're just a positive influence to the community, and that's all we want to be. So, mate, massive shout out to you, Gringo, because yeah, it was lovely to win it, mate, and it was nice for the kind words.
Absolutely. Right. So nothing else on the beta, so we'll move on to the second last part of the evening, which is just an update on the EAFC giveaway. For those of you who don't know, we are currently running an EAFC giveaway. We have a secret code that's in our latest video. Depending on what time you watch this live stream or the VOD of the live stream, it's the trial video. Somewhere hidden in there is a code. All you need to do is either DM us on Twitter or DM us on Discord with that code, or you can send us an email if you don't have either of those platforms. If you send that code, your name will then get put into a draw, and that draw will be live streamed on, is it the 24th, Domino?
Yeah, you said 24th, my friend.
24th, Sunday the 24th. So get your name in the hat before then. And yeah, whoever wins, we'll obviously get in touch with, and we'll work out the best way of getting you either a digital. I think should we do a digital copy or a hard copy? I don't mind either. Let them
Mate,
choose.
hard copy signed.
Well, I think there you go then. Live brainstorming session. Domino, that might be the best idea you've ever had.
Unless they have the PlayStation or Xbox that doesn't take the hard copy. And then
That's a good point as well.
We'll just send you an autograph, yeah. Signed pictures of us together.
That being said, though, I'm sure they'll want it on release day. So we may not have time to sign it. Or we'll come to their house, do a house visit and just sign anything.
Sign your window.
It doesn't need a letterbox. It doesn't have to be the game. We'll sign whatever you want.
Sign your cat.
And then yeah, so any questions about that, guys? You just let us know. I know it's arguably not the easiest giveaway to follow. It's not a case of like or retweet this. You do have to do a bit of investigating, but the game's fucking expensive, so yeah, it's the least you guys can do. And Domino, I put down, and we touched upon this in private the other day, is there will be other giveaways now.
Oh mate, 100%.
That's it. Now we're past 1K subs. That's it. Now we're here for the long run. So there will be more giveaways, and plus, we kind of started second half of FIFA. I would say it's probably more valuable to get stuff like, FIFA points, for example, early on in the game than it is back end of the game. So it didn't work for us. It probably arguably wouldn't have worked for you guys. So why not do it at the beginning of EAFC as well? So nice. I think that's perfect timing for everyone involved. So yeah, if there's any other reason you need for subscribing and sticking around with us, we're doing giveaways as well. So we
just scraps his message.
Give you the code. Look on the screen.
Do you know what? Again, scrap. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was the exact same. So, like I said earlier in the video, I didn't know. Like, 8Ball done all the editing, and I watched it like a fan, like all you guys.
Carry on, Domino. I'm just gonna go to Lou.
Yeah. So I was watching it, like you guys, and then I was thinking there'd be a code that pops up on the screen, and the whole time I was like, look, here comes the code, and all of a sudden the music cuts off, like the Undertaker's music, and 8Ball just gives you the code. Yeah, I thought it was slightly different, but yeah, it was cool. Like, if none of you guys have gone to watch the trial video, it is class. I thought it was a proper good laugh. And 8Ball, with all of his creative geniuses, throwing in some funny memes, what made me crack up as well. I mean, it was nice, wasn't it? He could have said nicer things about me, if I'm honest with you. I thought he would say some nicer things about how good I was, but alas, that's him. Pro clubs this year. Definitely big things to come from pro clubs this year. I don't think I have.
Whee!
Here he is.
I think the worst thing for me was being able to hear you in my ears whilst I was going to the toilet. And I did wash my hands as well, in case you're wondering.
Mate, that was 45 seconds I timed you.
Damn it, I broke my own theory. Thanks, Owen. Definitely big things to come from us this year. That is one of the reasons why we wanted to do this live stream this evening, just to kind of reassure people that we would be still here come the new game. Yeah, Scraps agreeing with you there, mate. Well, that was the whole point. We didn't want people just kind of cycling through the video. You have to watch it, and Domino said it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
It was a good laugh.
Hunting through the description. There you go.
At one stage, like I didn't think he was going to do it. I think he was just luring me in.
Well, to be fair, I did finish the video and then thought, yeah, I haven't put the code in. So if it felt shoehorned in, it's because it was.
Nice.
So yeah, we're only bringing good news tonight, Domino. I mean, look, another giveaway. God, come on.
Boy.
Right. So, if memory serves correctly, I do think that's kind of all we had to go through. That's not the archived games.
I'm buzzing for the arcade games, mate.
I'm buzzing for the arcade games. I legit haven't seen these for quite some time.
I'm buzzing to see what FIFA look like. Imagine we look at FIFA 19, it's not changed one bit. We're like, we're a con. We are
Well,
con.
yeah, I'm not saying anything. Right, it's just a case of finding them now because they are hidden, so nobody could find them.
Cool, I like that. I like your code.
Like my code. Right, so let's go with this little beauty. What are we saying? What are we saying? That's not right. It was the live stream is going far too well for us to not have technical issues.
I mean, we did have technical issues at the beginning, but we just lost you for a while.
That sounds like a positive experience for everyone.
Arguably, some say it was better.
Right, my friend. Here it is in all its glory.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. This is VFL higher tier. I missed that. VFL higher tier. I'm in purple on the left wing. Domino.
I'm in orange.
You think you're in? I'm not sure if you played it. I'm not sure if you played this game.
What? Why wouldn't I play this game? I'm pretty sure I'm in orange.
Okay then. So there's just straight off the bat. Get an assist.
Was that you created assist?
Yes, mate. Yes, it was. And actually,
unreal.
I don't remember actually ever doing that. Oh my god. Cuts inside, creative freedom, Domino. Look at that reverse pass.
Oh my Jesus Christ, that is unreal.
I don't even remember doing that. I didn't know I had that. I didn't know I had that in me. Right, Scraps is off. Scraps, thank you, mate. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers,
always
boy.
a pleasure. Thanks for the ideas. We'll hit you up when we're berated of ideas.
Why select a game that I might not be in it?
But I don't have a freaking archive of all the games, do I?
Well, this is shocking.
Also,
I'm now not interested in this.
Also, your availability was shot. We can pretend you're the orange one, but I don't think it's you.
No, it's not. I just saw the name pop up in the save. It's definitely not me.
I mean, did you save any of the videos, Domino?
I remember playing centre half a couple of games.
Yeah, so do I. No wonder we didn't save them. To be fair, mate, the trial, you literally just had all the glory. So why not just concentrate on me for once?
That's fair play, mate. Oh, that's a turn. That's a turn. You just kick that out of play. Someone was injured.
You know who that is, don't you?
No, who was that?
Latisse.
Big man, like Latisse.
Yeah. So I signed.
Is it Bez up top?
Yeah, Bez is up top. So I signed as CDM, and then got chucked out to left mid, which I didn't want to do. On the other wing, like I'm not sure what it's like now. Like shocking. On the other wing, like I was in direct competition with this other guy.
Big save.
And I'm not sure if it's like that now. Oh, look at the coolness of that, mate. But I would just compare myself. If I had a better game than the right winger, I was happy. Oh, Bez. Behave. Bez doing Bez things.
Yeah.
2-0 up. Here we go. And that's kind of how I lived my VFL life, Domino, is if I did better than the right midfielder or right winger, then I was happy with the game. Like we might have got beat 4-1, but if I scored that goal, look at the skill on that. Drawing in fouls, mate. Drawing in fouls. Let me take the free kick. Go on. Giving options left. Right. Oh my god.
You got to pass your shot,
100%. I would have been too scared to shoot. And then we do nothing with it. Imagine my surprise. And then he chops him anyway. No. Oh, for God's sake. We had this in the trial video, and now I've got it now.
Who got sent off?
Fred.
Oh, Mert. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, his discipline was poor, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. You probably came in the next game, mate. But it doesn't look any different, does it? Let's be honest.
No, it looks quicker, doesn't it?
It does. I'll give you that. Mate, like I said, mate, it's higher tier. Mess around with this. Look at that. Such a battler. I'm gonna give this. Oh my god. Domino, I'm actually half decent. I think I tricked it. I think I tricked the whole generation into thinking I was decent.
Yeah, he did. Tricked me into it.
Back on defense as well. What do you reckon then? 2-0. Oh my
Oh,
god.
look at that.
Oh my god.
Abel selected this video. Abel has hand selected this video.
We've got 5 videos. I have not watched them in about 4 years. So I don't know how any of that. He should have passed that to me there, shouldn't he? So yeah, this is higher tier. 2019. I'm just trying to think how it kind of matches up now, because this is over in Italy. I don't think we did any Italian. We just did the Premier League, didn't we? VFL this season. But if we compare it to the Premier League VFL this season, I'm just trying to think of some of the players we used to play against and play with. To be fair, one of the games which I'm reluctant to put on, we played AC Milan and got absolutely smacked.
Oh my god! But
they were
a
a very good team. They were very, very, very good. I think I might have played CDM for that game. I was chasing shadows for 90 minutes, and I don't mean virtual.
I don't think I played in that game.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I tell you what is offside, shocker. I ran home that night because I had a work event that overran. I ran home and got on smack on half. That's a pen. Oh, where am I? Arriving late. Shock, I didn't get it. Yeah, I arrived late and jumped on literally at 7:30. Just made it. Called 15 minutes, and to get smacked like that, I wish I'd never bothered.
Oh.
We probably would have been better if we had the AI playing in the in centre. At least he would have made a couple of interceptions or whatever. But no, this game, Domino, we don't have our look at that for a ball. We don't have our captain playing either. Scrub's not playing. Hey,
Oh,
he's never lost it, has he? He's never lost it. That's more like it. We've got Enzino playing CDM, Domino.
Ah, fair.
If you remember him.
Who was it? Ben.
Who's Ben?
Did he play? Who was the manager of the team?
Scrub.
Where's he playing? Was he playing?
He wasn't. He's not playing this game for some reason.
Oh, okay.
But he played CDM.
He was a good player.
He was a very good player.
Weird guy, but good player.
Well, that was like basically this whole team.
Yeah, that's fair. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there are any Udinese games that you would have played in as well, because these two would have been from the same night. I didn't save multiple, and I think I saved these games so you could watch them. Whereas if you were playing in them, I don't think I would have saved them.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if you guys at home do this, but we used to record our games. One, because you have to anyway, just in case there's any discrepancies or whatever. But two, if one of us wasn't playing, we'd sit and let the other one watch it together. And to be fair, we used to do that most nights anyway after VFL, didn't we, Domino? Just sit and watch the games, which is probably what's led us to have a YouTube channel, which arguably we should have started years ago.
Our apologies.
Yeah, and also you'll notice that this isn't shot in 1080p, which is why it looks like dirt. But it was 2019, so cut some slack. I reckon we should make a series of these, Domino. Look at that,
Big
sweeping
save.
up. What a legend. Oh, God.
Stayed back in the danger position, though.
Well, the thing is, mate, I mean, I've picked a game where we go down to 10 men and I'm an attacking player. Like, what's the point? But to be fair, I've already done the damage. Got my assist, didn't I?
That's an unreal ball, to be fair.
It was. I mean, I don't remember. I'm surprised I haven't kind of kept that one in the locker to bring up in an argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a case of holding on for this one now, isn't it? 2019 FIFA looks exactly the same. I reckon we win this one, you know.
Well, it makes a change.
I was going to say I wouldn't have saved it otherwise, but I saved the AC Milan game where we got smacked. So.
Well, it's probably just to show me, like, Dom, like how good this team is.
It actually was 100%. 100%. I reckon, yeah. I reckon with the other 4 games we make a series. Well, no one's playing at the moment, are they? Everything's done for the year, so it may well be that we do that. What do you reckon?
Can we put it in black and white?
Yeah, we'll play some like ragtime over it.
Yeah.
I reckon this half and we're done. What do you reckon, big man?
Yeah, mate. I agree.
We've said. Have we said everything we want to say?
I hope so, mate. I feel like we've given enough insight in the new game. We thanked Gringo, and to be fair, it's the 1K subs that we were buzzing about as well. So, yeah. Oh my Jesus Christ! Behave yourself. That was ridiculous. Why would you do that at the start of the half? Fair play to you.
If it's not me, mate, I'm not paying attention.
Here he is. Doesn't get the ball. They do not trust you. Instead of the ball out wide, they just went back to the keeper and put yourselves in the worst position. Here he is again. He's out wide. Give him the ball.
You know, you're just saying that because you know I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that's a running theme of this team. Hence why we didn't stay longer than a season. Tyler not getting the ball. And I think, was I leading assister this season?
I think you were, mate.
Bearing in mind I didn't want to bloody play.
It was the worldly crosses. I'm surprised we haven't seen one. We found out on this FIFA that you know how to cross, and then we've never gone back since then.
And it's happened ever since then. I can't do anything else, but I've got a ping on me for some reason. Speaking of which,
here we go.
Ain't got a first touch though. Oh,
look at this.
Yeah, look, I'll tackle anyone. You saw it in the trial video. He was expecting me to do some skill. There's
oh, here's the cross. Look at that.
Look, no, sorry. I don't normally do that, but he expected me to do a bit of skill. Watch, and I didn't do anything. I got past him. This is me in a nutshell, by the way. Watch this. Get the ball back. Bit of skill. Nope. Oh, always keep your opposition guessing, mate.
Yeah, that's bot movements. You're moving like a bot.
That's me in a nutshell. Oh, but yeah, it would have done wonders for my rating, mate. That's a take on right there. Here we go. Yeah, I ain't losing headers. I don't do anything with them, but I'm losing the header. That's the thing, though. And that's kind of what I nailed there. That's the one. Little knockdown. Yeah. He delayed the through ball too much.
Nah, you're looking across the line, mate. I believe that's
no, I can't. No, I can't bend that. I'm trying to get in on goal. But that is one of the things I do miss about competitive is playing competitive. That is, it's just like games like this. Like, you know, if we were playing clubs now, I wouldn't care. Great touch.
Good touch.
Wouldn't care. You know, 2-0 up. You know, if we don't win this, then so be it. Whereas it's competitive, so stats matter, league table matters, Bez matters. He ain't gonna square that, is it? You know fine well.
Matters.
Yeah. It would be if he's still playing, he can do that. There's the only reason we're a good team.
Oh yeah. You give Bez half a sniff on goal, and he will get you gold. A very complex individual, though. But
then, the 3 out of the 4 excuses I gave earlier were him. So
I wonder if he's still knocking about. He must be. You can't be that good at FIFA and not just like hang up every. Oh my god, off the line.
That was quality. To be fair, I think I had him on PlayStation for and maybe until like PS5. So,
mate, that running off the ball that Bez done there, how good was it? It didn't lock on a player. I didn't know who was winning that ball when normally you do. That was really good.
Yeah, it does look a bit smoother, doesn't it? Yeah, goalkeeper's died under it.
Keeper was not bad though. I rate.
No, he was eccentric. He was like Fabian Barthez, mate. He'd do something quality and then just go batshit. Give me the ball.
Look, you look at curling that run as well. Love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Look at it. You're literally standing offside.
Well, it's a throw in, you tit.
No, that's what I mean. Like you're standing, like you're waiting for the ball. So like, why isn't he
Big
throwing you
tackle.
the ball? Basically.
Oh, because it's me. I'm just trying to play for a bit of time. Oh
Oh
my
Jesus
God.
Christ!
Sign him up.
Here he is
Am I
again.
gonna flat-footed, mate? Flat-footed. I'm surprised I haven't been booked yet. Oh, there we go.
Oh my Jesus!
I was stopping him from running down the line. If you haven't seen my pressing video, send them inside. It'd be interesting to see. To be fair, this is PlayStation, so I don't think any of them will be knocking around VFL at least anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, they wouldn't be, would they?
But if we see a name, to be fair, I've not been concentrating on the names. I must admit, great tackle, Enzo. And yeah, that's Bez's bread and butter. That is. Oh my God.
Well, we used to
Balls over the
cook
top.
because through balls were so much better.
Yeah.
Remember how good we were at that?
Well, I feel like now they're just like really, really locked. Okay, now they're like really locked on, and whether it be locked on to the defender or the striker, it's just there's always like a bit of uncertainty back in the day, whereas now I feel like you kind of know, yeah, boy. Daylight robbery. Give me the ball. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for
Oh my
goodness
Jesus Christ!
sake.
He's
What is
just
this, man?
dangerous, mate. The guy's dangerous. Sign him up.
How
Have you seen this man?
How are we winning this 4-1 with 10 men?
Oh yeah, I forgot we had 10 men.
Also, that was a big tackle, by the way. It's definitely a foul. That wasn't me. But you got me on the counter. Imagine if we saw another free kick goal on the channel. It was from this. Do him. I'm upset with past 8 ball. Also, I want to make sure I score in one of these so you can see my trademark celebration. But yeah, we'll try and dig some. Bloody hell, we'll try and dig some out with you and Domino. I generally don't think that was the only reason I saved them was so we could watch them. If you were playing, I don't think I would have bothered.
No.
We'll have a little look for you. That's the problem though when you're constantly switching. This would have been this PlayStation 4, isn't it? Not 3.
Yeah.
Okay, well I've only moved up to PlayStation 5 since then. Oh, look at this man. He's offside. Look at that. The tactical nous not do another cross. Imagine my shock.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Gave the ball away, mate. It's not good enough. Where am I dropping a 9? Can you see that on your screen?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, the ratings have always been broken.
Nah, I've always said the ratings are spot on. Always. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, what a save. How has he done that? I'm raging. This was 5 years ago.
Oh my God, look at him in the back post sneaking in.
Mate, did I miss that?
No, you scored it.
Mate, I got a notification on my watch. Oh, he's so clever. He's so clever, Domino. Talk me through that one, Domino, in your best commentary voice. After that save as well, you know fine well I would have been spitting.
You just smelled the danger, mate. Look, the great player smelled the danger. He was in the position. He knew it was coming from post.
That. Did you do the trademark celebration? Yeah, he did.
Giving him cereals.
Love it. 5-1. Still busting out the signature celebration. No respect for the opposition. Ruined Besmir's day. Look at that. You know fine well he would have been raging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 1-4-1 got all 4. Not anymore. To be fair, mate, that's just this game. You probably don't need to watch anymore. That literally sums up my whole VFL career.
I always said like you're a very clever. You again, FIFA ability is one thing, but you're a clever player because you play the game at a good level. Like you actually play football at a good level. So I always thought like you'd always smell the danger that other people, just on people like me, that don't.
It's quite handy to have people like that in your team. Like in terms of like FIFA ability, geez, like I'd be down there like out of 10 if we're talking like the people who play esports prem day
Yeah.
in day out are like 9 or 10s. I'm like a 3, maybe a 4 on a good day. But just like you said, just stuff like that, like holding runs, like tucking in, like game management. There's not much better in the business, mate. Not much better. But yeah, that was a nice little blast from the past. Yeah, playing a
Yeah, it
cam
was
build as
decent.
well, mate.
Oh my god.
Baller builds before they even existed, mate. 9.1.
Look at that.
That is a carry if ever I've seen one. I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued. I remember me winning a tackle, so that's BS. But yeah, that is old school thieves.
Yeah.
That was fun. That's the first time I watched that video for 3, maybe 4 years.
Yeah, at least.
Well, you know, it might be worth doing a cheeky little video on it with the other 4. I don't know what the results are other than the AC Milan one, and I don't know if Domino's going to be in them. So
Who knows, mate? Stick around, find out.
stick around and find out. Right, I reckon then we call it there.
Sounds good, buddy. Sounds good.
Perfecto. Right. If anyone's still in the chat, thank you very much and those of you who were in the chat and now have caught the last bit on VOD, or those of you who just watched the VOD. Thanks so much for sticking around and putting up with us and watching FIFA 19. But you weren't expecting to do that with your day today. Once again, just kind of echo everything we've already said. With the 1K subs, the VFL award, yeah, the support, what we're doing going forward. We're planning on being here for the long haul. So if you guys are in, we are in.
Absolutely.
Right then, Owen, good to hear from you, mate. I imagine we'll do something like this. If not, we'll do a video. If not, we'll do both. We spoil
Sounds
you.
good, boy.
We spoil you. Right. Take care, guys, in the chat. Domino, pleasure as always.
Always, mate. Take care, guys. Appreciate the
See
support.
you when we're next around.
Take care, team.